Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking something that usually induces a mild panic attack, a dense cheat sheet of 20 mathematical rules, and transforming it into a fascinating, logical family tree of shapes. If you've ever stared at a page of geometry and wondered how on earth it all connects, you are absolutely in the right place. We're literally going to visually decode this master cheat sheet. We'll turn these seemingly abstract rules about properties, angles, diagonals, and areas into concrete concepts that actually make perfect sense. Think of this less as memorizing dry formulas and much more as learning the secret, foundational language of the physical shapes all around us. To avoid total math overload, we've broken this down into 5 quick steps: the 360-degree rule, the parallelogram family, rectangles, rhombuses, and squares, the eccentric cousins, and finally, calculating the area. Let's get right into it. Starting with Section 1, the 360-degree rule, the ultimate foundation of 4 sides. So, according to rule number 1 on our master sheet, this is the great equalizer. No matter how warped, stretched, or skewed a 4-sided shape gets, its internal angles, alpha, beta, gamma, and delta, will always add up to exactly 360 degrees. You can squish it, you can pull it, whatever, but that 360-degree boundary, it's the absolute unbreakable foundation of our entire quadrilateral world. Moving right along to Section 2, the parallelogram family, where we bring some order to the chaos. It gets really interesting when we start taming that wild 4-sided shape by adding some strict parallel rules. The second a shape becomes a parallelogram, rules 2, 3, and 4 instantly kick in. Think of it like snapping a grid onto the universe. Opposite sides must now be perfectly equal in length, opposite angles match exactly, like perfect mirrors of each other, and those internal diagonals, they perfectly cut each other in half. Boom, the chaos is organized. Now for Section 3, rectangles, rhombuses, and squares, the evolutionary branches of our shape family tree. Imagine you take that newly organized parallelogram, right? And you force every single angle inside it to stand up straight at exactly 90 degrees. Well, it evolves into a rectangle. This evolutionary leap triggers rules 5, 6, and 7 on our source sheet. Because those angles are now locked at a perfect 90 degrees, opposite sides naturally stay perfectly equal, but the real kicker, its diagonals are now exactly equal in length too. It's stable, it's predictable, and honestly, it's absolutely crucial for construction. But if you compare that rectangle to a rhombus, which covers rules 8 through 10, you're looking at a totally different priority. The rhombus completely ignores that 90-degree angle rule. Instead, it forces all 4 of its sides to be perfectly equal in length. And because of that uniform side length all the way around, the internal diagonals cross in a really special, unique way, at perfect, perpendicular right angles. It's basically like a diamond balancing perfectly on a single point. So knowing they have these distinct, highly specialized traits, we've got to ask the obvious question. What happens if a shape inherits the rules of both the rectangle and the rhombus? What does that genetic mashup look like? Enter the absolute overachiever of the geometry world, the square, taking the absolute best traits from both of its parents. And this brilliantly illustrates rules 11 and 12. Notice how it checks literally all the boxes here. The square takes those stripped 90-degree angles and equal-length diagonals straight from the rectangle, and it flawlessly combines them with the all-equal sides and perpendicular crossing diagonals of the rhombus. I mean, it literally adopts every single structural advantage on our chart. It is the most structurally sound, perfectly symmetrical shape on our list. It's geometry's ultimate perfectionist. But hey, every family tree has its quirks, which brings us to Section 4, the eccentric cousins, trapezoidums, and kites. Covering rules 14 through 18, we meet the isosceles trapezium and the kite. An isosceles trapezium demands a real strong sense of grounding. Its base angles are exactly equal, and as a result, its diagonals are equal too. It kind of looks like a pyramid with the top just chopped off. Then we've got the kite. Just like the one you'd fly in the park, it features adjacent equal sides rather than opposite ones. Its diagonals intersect perpendicularly, but here's the twist. Only one diagonal perfectly slices the other in half. So yeah, they definitely bring their own distinct flavor of symmetry to the table. All right, wrapping up the properties, we hit our final step, Section 5, calculating the area or measuring physical space. Because at the end of the day, the crucial point of all these rules is figuring out how much actual 2D space these shapes occupy. As it turns out, rules 13, 19, and 20 aren't just extra math to memorize. They're the practical blueprints for finding the total area, based entirely on those unique traits we just learned about. The specific genetics of the shape literally dictate how we measure its space. And the procedure is remarkably simple once you know the properties. Standard parallelograms, and by extension, rectangles and squares, just need you to multiply the base by the height. Super easy. Rhombuses and kites, because they have those uniquely perpendicular crossing diagonals, you just rely on multiplying those diagonals together and having the result. And trapeziums require you to average the top and bottom parallel bases before multiplying by the height. See? The structural rules literally write the formulas for us. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to remember that these 20 rules are not just arbitrary mathematical torture devices. They are the architectural DNA of the physical world around us. Every digital screen you look at, every bridge you drive over, every room you step into relies on the absolute truth of these geometric constraints. So I'll leave you with this thought to carry into your day. Next time you look out the window at a building, a bridge, or even just the everyday objects on your desk, which of these 20 hidden, perfect geometric rules will you spot first? Keep your eyes open, because they're absolutely everywhere. Thanks for joining me.